Yes, people, we are back live on Sarcasm City TV, and welcome to another edition of the ManDem United podcast, hosted by myself, Flawless Mr. Take No apologies on the lateness, people, but like my Chelsea don't say, Matisse and Lewis, lateness is greatness, and on top of that as well, my laptop started playing, so that's why we're moving back. Hopefully, it's all clear. Let me know if you can hear me okay, if you can see me okay, people, because it does seem it's a bit dodgy on my end, and I'm not sure as to why, people. But like that, each and every love to everybody who is supporting Sarcasm City TV in whatever capacity is much appreciated, and it does not go unnoticed. Big up to each and every one of you lot. First and foremost, please make sure you hit the like button on the video if you're watching this live or watching this back right now. Hit the like button on the video, share it on socials, and subscribe to the channel Sarcasm City TV. I'm lagging. Yeah, I thought I was lagging. It's cool, but we're gonna keep it on. I'm slightly lagging. I'm saying, even though we're slightly lagging, I'm going to introduce the guest. But yeah, subscribe. So, why I'm lagging, people? So, here we are. Yeah. My connection's bad. I'm as to what's up. Yeah, this thing is playing up. Everyone join. Even though I'm lagging, you might be lagging. So that's cool. I saw it out. But let me introduce me. First time guest from the Big Six familiar. Mali is in the building.
Yo, you look saying, man.
Even adding him.
Yeah, it worked.
See what's what. Hella lagging. Don't know. Bear in mind. Bear with people. Yo, people. What's the fuck? Yo, yeah, this is still lagging. Let me introduce the guest anyway. Corey's in the building. I should be able to add him to the stream.
Yo, you look saying, man. Yeah, how's everyone?
This thing's up 2-2s. Yeah, man. One sec. Yo, you can hear me okay on there, innit?
Yeah, I can hear you okay on that, yeah.
All right, 2-2s. We'll just have to run it like this. I'm literally on my phone, people, so you won't be able to see me today on that. I'm going to have to sort out my phone to see what's what. But yo, we're going to keep the show going on. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Hold up. But yo, you lot can hear me, yeah? You can hear me all right, Corey, and that?
Yeah, I can hear you. You're way much clearer now.
Yeah, let's go.
It was like you was cutting at the same time.
Yeah, it's lagging. My laptop's playing up. But we are here, people. I can still get to the comments and that. But welcome to the show. I'm saying apologies on, I don't know what's going on with my laptop. It's not my internet, people. It is my laptop. But big up to everyone who is locked in. But yeah, Corey from Big Six Bands is in the building. What are you telling me, Corey?
Yo,
first
man, you good? How is it? Probably coming at the worst time. But, you know, is what it is, isn't it? We got to move. Come on, United fans. This is it.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what we got to do. And then for those that know of Big Six Bands, obviously Monty's over here. Corey is a part of the army over there. Big up to Ahmed here, who says the decision from the main part of Manchester United board is now confirmed, approved. My understanding is OLE will definitely be in charge for the Tottenham game on Sunday. Ahmed also says Ferguson supported him. Ollie also spoke to players today. Next game will be crucial. That's Fabrizio Romano. Drizzy Des, he's angry. He says, can Ferguson fuck off already? Jesus Christ, I'm done with sentiment. Camps is in the building. Says, I'm just here for chaos. Kind of Devil says, big up, Flawless, big up to you. Apologies on the lateness, people, but like I said, I was out trying to get stuff done and now my internet's decided to crack up. But yo, see that? We still make the show work. Regardless, we are still here. Big up to Z Gold as well. Where else we at? Where else we at? Big up to Elkin, who says, yes, people just got in, but Ollie out. Eddie says, big up all the ManDem in the chat as well. Where we at?
We're finished, man. We are
Yeah,
finished. Any
go.
United fans in the chat, you know that obviously it's time for Ollie to go. But you know what, yeah? We're gonna have to lose. I don't want to lose the game, innit? Everyone knows it's not a losing. No one likes Man United losing. Like,
talk about it.
But is it a thing where we're gonna have to take this L and hold it, and then let it go from there? I don't know, man.
It's one of them. Let's go into it. Your thoughts, because for those that don't know, your thoughts on Ollie, because I know you are Ollie out, but let them know how long have you been Ollie out, etc.
Wow. Ollie's do you know what it is? Yeah. One, it's like the constant smiles, isn't it? The constant, like, I'm happy, like, in any situation. This is it. It's just going to work. But yeah. If you mute your other one, it'll be calm. Yeah.
Go on.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's the constant smiles, like happy in any situation. Then it's the like we're trying to do the attacking thing, and we're just not seeing any. We're not seeing any of that. Like I don't see us attacking as a team, defending as a team. I'm seeing like bits and bobs. Then like individual brilliance FC. Like I haven't seen us play like a team. I can't say, besides from maybe the game with when Ronaldo came, the Newcastle game, did I see Man United play as a team and win the game?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that. Like even the first game, Leeds, it was Pogba. Like Pogba just turned absolute world class and just started destroying the midfield. Like we're not getting. I'm not getting anywhere with him. Like, there's no team performances. I don't. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of this. I'm getting bantered. Man, I'm telling me Ollie in.
Yeah, man, Ollie in, fam. Man, Ollie in. You know what I'm saying? Rival fans are Ollie in.
Yeah, I've never seen this in my life. Social media, rival fans are saying Ollie in the comments. Make it make sense. It's mad.
Yeah, I need to feel them. Yeah, it's big up Drizzy Des for the super chat as well. And he says, Harry Kane, time to get your season on track. Screwed up Pagan Ollie. Tottenham this time, score 7. What's your thoughts on this? Because I've seen different people speak on this in terms of like, certain people are like, I wanted United to lose against Liverpool, so he does get sacked in terms of the pressure. I'm not one of them. However, I do fully understand where people are coming from with that thinking. I get that. 110%, I fully get where people are coming from with that. I fully get it. Like 100%, like where people are coming from with that type of thing, because it's short-term pain for long-term gain. I never want us to lose. Never ever do I want Manchester United to lose. However, what I want makes no difference. I knew we was gonna get beat by Liverpool. We got beat 5-0, and it wasn't a shock to me.
Yeah.
It wasn't a shock. What's your thoughts on that? Like in terms of people wanting United to lose while you in the short-term pain for long-term gain. Like what's your thoughts on it?
You know what? Like obviously I don't want Man United to lose, especially that Liverpool game. Like I didn't want us to lose. Like I don't want Ollie in, but I can't lose to Liverpool. Like just losing to Liverpool to have a gain in the future, like that doesn't sit right with me. I have to beat Liverpool at all costs. Like even if it's a Carabao Cup game, you beat Liverpool at all cost. Yeah, and to lose like that, brother, you should have been, bro. They should have had the cab and his boxes in the cab ready for him to leave. Like that should have been his last time at Old Trafford. That should have been it. That's how we should have gone. That's how I would have done it. Because listen, if you're losing 5-0, like I didn't even like from the first minute, you knew it was gonna get long.
Facts.
From the first minute, you could have lost like 8-9-0. Klopp felt sorry. Come on,
Facts.
man. It's tiring. It's tiring.
Yep.
It's like I don't want to lose, but you're sacking yourself. You're losing.
Yes.
I'm not even surprised when we lose. I'm not surprised. I'm more surprised when we win because I can go, oh, Greenwood had a world-class game or Bruno had a world-class game.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. I can't say, oh, that was a great team performance, guys.
Yep.
Like let's build on that because I don't even know my style of play. I don't know it.
There isn't one. There isn't one. Let's keep it real. There isn't one.
This is madness. This is absolute madness. And the fact that the board are keeping him in, it's like, you know what? Are you really surprised that the board kept him in?
No, I said from the jump, from before we got to these set of fixtures. So before the Leicester game and the 7-game run, obviously Leicester, Liverpool, Spurs, City, Watford, Arsenal, Chelsea. I know it's different order, but I said he will get sacked after the City game, and I stand by that. I tweeted out today. I've said that on multiple live streams that in that international break is when he will get sacked because these performances are only shocking to people who either have just buried their head in the sand, or people who don't want to believe we are that bad, or people who don't watch us week in, week out. Like the fact that we got beat 5-0 and I wasn't shocked, and adding the fact it wasn't the most shocking result of the weekend is no surprise whatsoever. Because our performance against Liverpool is no difference. There's no different to the performances this entire season and the performances last season and the season before that. It's just now that we're playing quality opposition, and because we rely on individual brilliance, the fact that the players no longer like him, that's not there anymore. The players are all out. This is why you're hearing grumblings of Eric Bailly supposedly saying to him, why is a half-fit Harry Maguire playing ahead of me? And he's got a point. He's spot on.
I'd be fuming as a professional footballer playing for Man United. Like, listen, like for me, if I was a professional footballer, my life goal would be to play for Manchester United. Like I feel that I've reached the pinnacle of my career when I'm playing for Manchester United. And the fact that he got there and he probably like loves our club just as much as we do, and he's not playing for a guy that got brought in for 80 mil, didn't show that he's worth 80 mil, then gets given the captain armband and doesn't show that he's a leader on the pitch. Like Bruno's more of a leader than him, and I don't even want Bruno as captain. I'd rather have De Gea.
De Gea is your captain. That's the one you
I'd
go.
rather have De Gea as my captain. 100%.
Okay, how come De Gea? That's interesting. I'm just asking out of interest.
You know what? Yeah, De Gea knows how the clubs run. Yeah, he's honest with it. Like if you in the interviews, the reason why I felt that he got stripped because he was captain about 2 seasons ago for a bit. He got stripped because he was absolutely honest. He said we were crap, and like he just laid it out and said what it was. And then after that, you didn't see him as captain. Like De Gea is an honest guy. He'll give his honest opinions, and he sees the game. Like Maguire, like too much has happened to him. Like he's just came to the club. Like he's been at the club for what, a season and a bit or 2 seasons. Like you can't come to Manchester United and expect the captain's armband just like that. It don't make sense. Like you've got to earn your stripes, and you've barely earned your stripes. You earned your stripes like a little bit. Like and England's helped you with that. Like come on, man, you got to do something. Like get player of the season. Like De Gea's been that. De Gea's been doing that stuff. Like something, man. Not even a trophy. Leave him, man.
There's nothing to it. So I think the question with Ollie is, when are you because I did a ManDem United 2 weeks ago. I think was it before the Leicester game? It was either before the Leicester game or after, and it was titled beginning of the end. Now I'm saying surely this is the end because he doesn't make it. So it's not a question to me. It's not a question of if he gets sacked. Is when. When do you see that happening? Obviously, today would be I can speak for both of us. We both prefer him to get sacked yesterday. However, when do you think it's going to happen?
I'm saying, I want to say like after the City game, but I don't think it's going to be that because I think it's going to be after the international break, in my opinion, because I feel like Ollie's going to beat Tottenham, and I just don't. I think we're going to beat Tottenham, beat Atalanta if we play them. I think we play them before City, innit? We play. So it's Tottenham, Atalanta, then City. Yeah, I think we'll beat Tottenham, beat Atalanta, and then lose to City. That's how I think it's going to go.
Interesting.
And then it's gonna be we're back on track slyly, and like judging on those 3 performances there, 2 out of 3, like it looks good. But like if you look behind, like everything's on fire. It's mad. It's absolute madness.
Nah, it's crazy. You lot in the comments continue to get your questions in as well. Well, I reckon international break, but I said that from early. Like everyone was getting gas yesterday. Everyone was getting giddy about yesterday. About he's gonna get sacked today. I'm like, he's not getting sacked today. Like it's not happening.
I was coming into my house. I was coming into my house from work. I was shouting, "Conte, he's here!" My brother, Arsenal fan, like he's not even signed. I'm like, "Nah, he's signed and don't watch that." And then I wake up today and I'm seeing this.
Man. He's still there, man. Because like I said, he's still they're gonna. I just didn't expect them to sack him. You know what I'm saying? And this goes to show. If anyone wants to know how incompetent our board is, it tells you all you need to know. Getting beat 5-0 at home is bad enough, but to Liverpool and the manner in which it was, and adding the fact it could have been more, and adding the fact as well, nobody was shocked whatsoever. I wasn't shocked by the result. Everyone that was on the watch along wasn't shocked by the result. Corey, we just got beat 5-0, and none of us are here mad. None of us are mad.
I was drinking Rays, bro. Like I was just driving my sorrows because I was sitting on the podcast, so I'm just there getting slated. Just look, you know, you don't want to look at the cameras. You're just looking at your phone, looking around. Like I don't want to look. I didn't want to watch the screen, bro. It was terrible. Oh, man. He's not even trying. I don't feel like he's trying to save his job either. Because if he was trying, he would have made some changes. Would have done something.
He's just out of his depth, man. He's just out of his depth. I'm telling you. He's just out of his depth, man. He's just not good enough in the slightest. He's out of his depth. I'm telling you.
I wonder what. You know what? I wonder what like his coaches like McKenna and Carrick. I wonder what they tell him to like make it known that Ollie's doing a good job, because Ollie definitely must ask them like, guys, what am I doing wrong and what can I do better? Like, what do you think they say? What do you think they say and like come to like a conclusion about? Because I don't know. You know, this is mad. This is absolute madness.
Nah, it is facts. Oh, you ain't lying.
How long can we survive? How long can we survive?
Am I back in full effect now? We good? Am I still dodgy?
You're a little bit laggy. You're a little bit laggy, but you're getting there. It's getting there. It's getting there.
All right, we'll just leave it here. Yeah, whatever happens, happens. If I'm laggy, I go back on the phone. It's calm. Let me know in the comments, people. I think I figured out the problem. You get what I'm saying on the tech shit. You know what I'm saying? Let me know. Keep me posted as well. Zico says, anyone thinking he's already getting sacked, just keeping Ollie while planning a new manager? I think, like I said, it just shows the incompetence of our board. You know what I'm saying? It shows the incompetence of our board that they haven't sacked him yet, but no one's surprised by that. They're going to wait till it gets really, really bad, because if we play like that against City, it'll be 5 or more again. And there's no way he survives. I've watched City recently, and they're on smoke. Like they're on smoke. I watched them against Brighton. I watched them away at Anfield. I watched them at PSG.
Like no one's even speaking about them too much either. It's like
that worries me as well.
They're going under the radar and smoking these teams 5-0. Yes. like constantly smoking these teams 5-0 without no problems. Like Brighton were an informed team before they bugged City, and after City they're getting put 5. Come on, man.
Facts.
This is the boy. No, man. Facts. This is scary times. I don't even know what the score's going to be when we play City.
Yeah, Ollie don't have the self-awareness to ask critical questions about himself. I agree with this, Ahmed. I agree. I don't think he does, because he doesn't change anything. He thinks it's going okay. When he turns around after the Atalanta game when we won, no, not the Atalanta game. Yeah, the Atalanta game, and he said we played well in the first half. We were 2-0 down. Yeah. And thoroughly 2-0 down as well. Like, without question. Again, people, let me know my connection's okay. It should be all right. Like I said, I figured out the problem.
It's way better now.
Yeah. Man figured out the issue. All man had to do was unplug the Ethernet cable and then plug it back in. Legit. That's all man had to do. That's all man did. That's all man did, you know. Let's turn off the laptop, unplug it, and then plug it back in. I'm going to start taking it out in the night. That's literally it. But we hear people. But he don't ask. I know this. That's the worst thing. Like, he doesn't change it, which lets me know he thinks it's going well and it's okay. Like people have spoke in depth about Manchester United's DMs. Manchester United are the most talked about. That position, I think, in European football is the most talked about position is United's DM. Like our lack of a six. You know what I'm saying? And that, like, that's spoken
100%.
about in depth on a regular basis. But I don't think I know he don't have an issue with it. One, because he's never signed a DM, and two, he talks about McFred working. It makes us defensively solid. But we haven't kept a clean. We're on our worst run in our club's history of keeping clean sheets at home. It's working.
We ain't won a game since West Ham, bro.
We ain't won a Premier League game since West Ham.
We ain't won a game since West Ham. Like, oh, this is mad. This is mad. Like, and I can't believe it. Like, I'm still in a little bit of shock. Like, I'm trying to understand. Like, I'm trying to see why they would do it, but I honestly can't see it. Like, the standards of our club is rock bottom at this moment in time.
Yes.
Like, there's no aspiration for anything. Like, I don't even think they care. I think they just want to make Europe bun Champions League. Just make
Europe. Just make Europe.
Just make conference. Bun it. These guys are mad. I don't get it.
I've said from the jump, the only way he will get sacked is if it looks like he's not gonna, like, if we're 9-10 points off top four, I can see them pulling the trigger, because they did that with Mourinho when it looked like he wasn't gonna make top four. They did it with Van Gaal when he finished, I think, 5th, and he won the FA Cup. And with this, and I never thought it would happen so soon, but because of the run of games we've got, we're gonna get found out. And we didn't even go into this tough run of games in great form. That's what it is. We didn't even go in with in great form. We went in shocking form. Like you said, we haven't won. Me and you was discussing this just before the show. We haven't won a game away in the Premier League since West Ham away. Not long ago that was. I'm saying.
Oh, man. This is...
Lewis, I'm gonna hit you back. He said, "Hey, flawless." Well, go off your 5 jokes back in April, man, bro. For those that don't know, when Chelsea got packed by Championship West Ham 5-2 at the library down the bridge, I was making hella jokes. You know what I'm saying? And that. But the difference is, though, Lewis, my manager's on his way out. That's the difference. And my manager's on his way out. That is the platinum lining. Look at me. Look at the way Corey's smiling and that. We just got packed 5-0 and we here smiling.
I'm happy. Bro, like, because I know the manager's going to be gone. So now I'm just looking into the future, and I know I'm going to have a competent manager come in, and I've got a super team. This is it.
It's a wrap, Lewis. And you know where we'll be? You know where our new manager's first away game is going to be? Well, second away game going to be down your place at the bridge.
We're coming to
we're coming to your Matchbox Stadium that has like, it's like 10, 15,000, and we're going to slap you there. You know what I'm saying?
You think Christian's keeping those clean sheets?
It's never, mate. Never. You know what I'm saying? With a new manager, he's ready. You know what I'm saying? Outbreak in the AC penitentiary, I'm telling you.
Yeah. Well, this is it, man. This is it. We're ready for it.
Ahmed says it here. The players' heads are gone. I think they'll lose to throw him under the bus. The players' heads have gone. That Pogba tackle tells me all I need to know.
Do you really think that, like, the players are gonna be like, nah, this?
No, I don't think when people say down tools, I never think a squad of 11 go out, and I don't think this has ever happened. Never have a whole 11 gone out to lose a football match. However, I think subconsciously you may not close down a player, opposition player, as quick as you would have. You might be a split second too late, and we know in top level football, all it takes is a split second. So you might not close down. You might not track a man. You might not shout a teammate to, oh, yo, watch left shoulder, right shoulder, that type of thing subconsciously. Like that Pogba tackle is just him, head's gone. That's very unlike in the entire time I've been watching Pogba at Manchester United. I know you probably watched him more at Juve than I do, because I don't watch European football like that. But I never remember him making a tackle like that.
You know, it is, I just think it's got to a point where, like, bro, you're going into training. They're probably not even enjoying their training, because they're coming out and thinking, what did I learn today? You know, I don't think they learn. I don't think they, they're not seeing what they're doing in training before we onto the pitch. They don't see that. They just see one person taking the game by the scruff of the neck and just doing something with it. And that's going to be a botheration. Like, it's going to start to bother them. So with that, like, imagine not seeing people like Lingard that's been playing well, not even coming on, like Donny. Donny's probably killing it in training.
I heard that rumor came out that he's actually been doing what he's playing well in training. How true that is, I don't know, but that's what I heard.
Like he's so techie, and imagine him linking up with Sancho. Like it don't make sense. I mean, Donny and Sancho. Think about that.
Yes,
like just popping it about.
Yeah,
and then
we've got options.
We haven't seen that. No, imagine not seeing Donny and Sancho on the same page.
You spitting right now, Corey. You spitting right now. I never even thought about that.
Listen to this, yeah. So we've got Fred from Brazil. That's whenever he goes to Brazil and plays next to Casemiro or Fabinho, does well. You've got Pogba, obviously, you don't even need to speak about him when he goes to France. You've got Donny, that was literally killing it when he was playing for Netherlands. Now brother can't even play for Netherlands. Bruno, Ronaldo, and then you've got you've got all these talents. When they're in international duty, they're all doing the madness, but when they come back to Karen, you don't see nothing.
Yeah. Everybody goes away and balls out. I seen Dan James in the Euros be effective. I've watched him be effective.
He done a cross, yeah. He done a cross to Bell, and Bell got the head up. I was like, I've never seen you do that for my club ever.
Never. But there was a plan. I remember him playing on the left-hand side, and it was get the ball down the outside and whip it with your left foot. And he did it 3 or 4 times, and I'm like, that's how to use him effectively, because he can't do nothing else. One thing he can do is kick it, cross. You know what I'm saying? Kick it around the outside, run and cross the ball in. He wasn't trying to, he was just hitting the area. And I can't remember the Welsh striker who was the big number 9 who was just attacking it. And I'm like, that's how you get the most out of it. Legit. And like, well, how come a manager at Wales with worse players can do that? But we have all these ballers who, even some of the ones you've just mentioned, and they have issues. Everyone goes to international duty and balls out. That's where Dan James stuck 1 top bins for Wales outside the box. In one of the, I think it was a qualifier. And I'm like,
bro,
what is going on?
You got McTominay scoring late winners. You got McTominay scoring late winners. Like, make it make sense. You've got Maguire and Shaw that were in the form of their lives in the Euros, and now they're back at here. And now, man, I'm calling my boy and my left back's fat again. Like, bro, like, it just don't make sense. And I can't even protect him. This is how mad it is. It's not looking good.
They were balling out at the Euros. Now they're calling my left back fat again. That's facts. That's facts. 100%.
How they calling my left back fat? Come on, make it make sense.
Yeah, you spot on.
This is not okay, fam. This is not okay. Like,
you spot on. You spot on. Andrew says, I'm trying to do a roulette swap between Flawless Statman and Saeed. Big up everyone. I know Saeed is live and I know Statman's live. Big up the whole circle and that. Go subscribe to both their channels as well, people. Make sure you do that. So Hane trolling. Look at this Arsenal fan says Ollie in. Lewis is saying Cristiano is going to the prison in the AC penitentiary, my guy. Never, fam. You never. Abraham here says, once we get a new manager, it's a wrap. Because Lewis said 2 weeks. Like I said, he's gone. In between that gap, I think we play City on the 6th, Watford on the 20th. In between that gap, so in between the 7th and the 19th, he's in that gap, he's going. In that gap, he's being sold.
I think it's perfect. Like, it's sly perfect if he went after City, because the Watford's like the new bounce. Watford ain't
new bounce.
They're not Chelsea. Like, you need that confidence. It's all making sense. No, it's making sense in my head now. I'm seeing it. Watford, they get pammed like 9-0. I don't care. And then I go just slam Chelsea. Oh, this is it. I'm happy now.
This is it. This is what I'm saying. This is why we got beat 5-0. And I was sipping JD after the game. Like, you know what? New manager comes in, we saucing in that. And Abraham here says, you know what's fucked? Mata, Martial, Pogba, Matic, Donny, Baye, and Cavani are all possibly on their last year at the club. Plus Ronaldo is already 36. This was the best year we would have given. And this is why he should have went, because the team is set up to win now. United ain't a project no more. The team is set up to challenge and win now. I'm not saying there isn't holes in the team. I'm not saying we are the best of the best, because we're not. We're not the best team in the league. We're not the best team in Europe. However, we have more than enough to be in the conversation. And this guy has us level with Arsenal. This guy has us struggling over the line against Villarreal, struggling over the line against Atalanta, getting beat by West Ham's B team. You know what I'm saying? Losing to young boys. Out here struggling against Wolves, drawing against Southampton. Like, come on, man, make it make sense. Make it make sense.
This is the reason why, like, this isn't okay. One, bro, all those people that my man just mentioned, like, do you know how strong like this team is? Like, in my opinion, I thought we've got the best squad. Yeah, maybe barring City. Like, I think our squad is definitely up there, top three. Like,
It's top three. I think it's top three. I agree.
And I'm watching all these. Oh, no, man, no style of play. We had no style of play for 3 years. Think about it. 3 years we had no style of play. 3 years. Oh my gosh, this is it.
3 years.
I've been bantering Arsenal fans when they've had a better style of play than us. Think about it.
They have, because at least you know what you're getting with them. They're going to try and be defensively sound in that. We're not defensively, offensively sound. We just, you know what I'm saying? We just, what's it called? We just rely on individual brilliance. And now the individuals' heads have gone, it's a wrap. Because even the Liverpool game, it's like, Salah scoring. I'm just thinking about my fantasy Premier League team. That's what I'm thinking about.
I did this. I accidentally put Ronaldo as my captain.
Ah, yeah, you messed up. You know what I was mad at? I took Jota out, and I was like, I should have left Jota in the side. I took Jota out, but I did have Salah as my captain. I was going to triple captain him. I was going to triple captain as he was scoring goals. But again, we lost 5-0 and nobody shot. The Liverpool fans are in the stadium singing, Ollie's at the wheel. Ollie, we want you to stay.
What must he be thinking there? That's a good question.
Talk about it.
They're screaming, Ollie's at the wheel. Liverpool fans are screaming, Ollie's at the wheel. Like, Ollie, what are you thinking right now? Like, imagine that. They're screaming, Ollie's at the wheel, yeah, and during half time as well, because he had to do that walk, yeah. There was a part where they had the camera on him, and he's walking, and like he had low-key tears in his eyes on his way to half time. Like, bro, what must he be thinking? Because if they're saying you're at the wheel, like they're saying stay, like we want you in.
Yeah.
Like, shouldn't you think, nah, this ain't for me.
This ain't for me. Self-awareness. Again, if I'm Manchester United manager, I'm not good enough. What I do for the bag? Yeah, I need to put me and my peoples on. Cool. Yeah. However, when it gets to that point, when you're 4-0 down to your arch rivals and rival fans are singing, we want you to stay. Maybe this ain't for me. Maybe this is a wrap. This is a show's over. This is like doing this YouTube thing, and you do it as well. And
paid out. Brother's got the money. He's been there for 3 years.
It's like take your check and go. It's like doing this and you get 2 likes and 1,000 dislikes. You might go, you know what? This ain't really for me if everyone's just disliking my shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's the equivalent of that. Liverpool fans are singing, we want you to stay. Look what he did to Fergie the GOAT, man. Look what he had our GOAT out here looking miserable, you know. Fergie don't need that in his old age. You know what I'm saying? I never badmouth Fergie because what he did for that club, so never will I. But look at, I don't like what he said back in Ollie, but hey, it's Fergie, I'm gonna let it slide because it's him. Look how Ollie's got him looking.
You know what? I bet they had him together. I bet they had them two together, and they asked the question, do you want Ollie to stay? And it's a thing where Fergie's looking at him going, yeah, man, I want him to stay, man. Nah, man. You know this one.
It's ridiculous, yo.
Had him there live over. You can't really say you want him to go. Like, it's a bit awkward, isn't it?
It is exactly. Yeah. Because you're in the same room, type of thing. But it's a myth. Like, you've even got Gary Neville still trying to defend him. It's like, yo, the show's over. The Ollie in. Let me just reiterate this, and I'll speak on this. The Ollie in, Ollie out debate is over. Ollie out is won. Show's it's done. That conversation is done, man. Like, you can't debate the two anymore. It used to be 50-50. Now it's 99-1. I've still got the odd mad. I see the odd crazy person on Twitter getting mad about people calling about Ollie being about Ollie out. But it's like, yo, you lost. You was wrong. It's okay.
Yeah,
it's okay. Keep it moving. It's always what ifs. Or what if he signs a DM? What if get me? It's always what if he signs a DM? What if he wins a trophy? What if he gets a style of play? Yo, more what ifs than Marvel. I don't care. He needs to go. Just pure what ifs. It's a wrap. Show is over. He's not good enough.
It really
He's not good enough. 5-0 to Liverpool, and it wasn't even surprising, and it could have been more. I don't know what more evidence you need to see. How you can still back this man after that? I don't know.
On Sky Sports, they predicted the game to be 5-1. To Liverpool, they predicted the game to be 5-1, and we could have scored because Rashford had a chance to score, and I think he missed the 1-on-1, and Ronaldo scored that offside. It was actually going to be 5-1. The game was actually going to be 5-1. This is mad. 5-1 at Old Trafford.
Are you 5-0? 5-0.
Yeah.
Let's get to some more of the comments as well. Big up to everyone who is locked. Large up Drizzy there's for the super chat. He says Sir Alex should retire. His dementia is affecting him with some stupid decisions. Football has moved on already. I'm not letting it slide. I'm letting it slide because it's Fergie, but I understand where that comes from. I'm never gonna badmouth him, but I fully understand. Ahmed says someone should throw a stupendously large bag at Zidane, please. League is possibly going to be gone, but Champions League can be saved. Zidane will come in for the right bag. If you look at the squad, and why would he not?
Yeah.
Why would he not?
Bro, I see Fabrizio say Conte was like, bro, he's rubbing his hands ready to come into this team.
Look at the team.
Think about that. You've got managers saying that they don't even come like halfway during the season. Forget that. Like, this team, Man United, I'm there. Like, you got managers saying that and you're not accepting. Come on, man.
Facts. And for someone, because I had someone at me today because I said about he's gonna go in between international break, or what if he wins the next 3 games? He's not winning the next 3 games.
No, he's not.
I've said it before. I'll say it again. He doesn't win another game as Manchester United manager. He don't. Like, that's so impact. Losing in that fashion to your arch rivals at home has such an impact.
Yeah.
Like, even the players who were on side with him are now going to be looking at him different. Even the fans who were backing him, some of them are going to be looking at him different. I see many people turn and go, yeah, enough's enough.
No, for real, 100%. Like, bro, imagine they're human beings as well. So they're leaving football and going home. Like, they definitely look at their social medias. Like, they definitely look at that. Or there's a conversation where their friends come round and it may come into discussion, like, briefly. Like, they'll, like, they do hear what we're saying, innit? They definitely hear what we're saying. And when you've got people saying, oh, like, your manager's not good enough. Like, why aren't you doing as good? Like, they probably ask these questions. Why aren't you doing as good as Chelsea? You have a good team. Your team's better than theirs. They're probably saying, why aren't you doing as good as Chelsea? They're just like this.
No argument. Ollie, there's no argument from Ollie in it. There's never no argument. It's always off the field things and how bad Zidane is, or how bad Conte is, or how bad Ten Hag is. There's no perfect manager out there. The perfect manager don't exist, people. There's no someone tell me who this perfect manager is who has won everything, has never lost a final or never lost a league, can work with shit players, has a great style of play, like has 30 years of experience, but is still young and can be here for the long term as well. That manager don't exist. Every manager has a black mark against him. Every single you go and get the best. What? No wonder Conte is rubbing his hands together looking at this squad. I said it already. You mentioned it before. How good this is one of the best squads in the league. Does it need improvements? Yes. But every squad in the country needs improvement. If you ask Tuchel, if he could add things to that squad, of course he'd add things to that squad. Same way with Pep. This is why they went after Kane. Same way with Liverpool. They look at their bench. Every squad can be improved upon. Do you think you have a better squad than Chelsea? No, but I don't think it's far off.
Yeah,
I don't think we have a. I don't think it's far off.
Our squad is very, very good.
Well,
like,
it's just the imbalance of it. Like, in terms of attacking options, we got it on point. When I say personally our squad's better than Chelsea, no. But do I think it's far off? No. I don't think it's a million miles apart.
I think we need, obviously, the DM, of course, and maybe like the right back situation. Like, I'm not scared, but I'm looking at Wan-Bissaka and I'm thinking, bro, you're starting to annoy me with this attacking. Like, you're getting on my nerves a little bit, but I'm not on you. But make it known, I've noticed. So you need to fix up now. Literally that. Like,
fully. Nippon here says, does Ollie make it to the Manchester derby? Yes, I think he does. I think that's his last game in charge. I think he gets sacked after the Manchester derby. Because if we play how we've been playing, it's going to be 5 or more. No. Let me reiterate that. It'll be more than 5. If he makes it there, that game will be more than 5. Because they will absolutely bop us off the park. Because they bopped better teams than us off the park. I've seen them do it to Liverpool, especially in the first half. I've seen them do it to PSG, even though they lost. I've seen them do it to Brighton. And they made Brighton look terrible. They made Brighton look like a bottom 5 side. They made Brighton. That's not on Brighton. Like, that's how good they are. Flawless should have won the Europa the previous season, regardless of the squad being dodgy. You should have beaten Sevilla.
100%.
You mean Villarreal? Yes, we should have. Yes, we should have.
Like, bro, if this was the final, you see the Champions League game he played. If that was the final, I don't think we would have came back.
Which game's this?
So we just played them. We played Sevilla in the Champions League group stage, and we were down 2-0 at half time.
Okay.
We ain't, bro. Like, I don't think we're winning that game if that was the final and we're down 2-0 at half time, bro. I'm telling you from now, we ain't winning that game. We won that game because of us, the fans.
We sucked the ball into the net.
Now. And Tellers, of course, because that was an absolute worldie he scored, but still.
Yeah. Oh, the Villarreal game. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. The Villarreal game. Yeah, that was a banging volley. I think that's him as a wing back under Conte would be so. Oh, that's saucy. It is. H22 says, not flawless. It's when Ollie wins a trophy, we will remember this. Yeah, I remember all them tweets that I was getting. Corey would have got. Like I said, we spoken it. Aaron, Saeed, Rance, Flex, the whole nine. Everybody who was critical of this manager, and rightfully so. Or when Ollie wins a trophy, don't celebrate. You're not a proper fan. Where are you man at now? You man are quiet. I'm saying crickets. Man can't hear from you man no more. Hey, but when we beat West Ham, you lot was all in here in the watching along talking. Oh, you still Ollie in? Don't celebrate the win. Now what? I mean, you still Ollie out. It's like now what? You ain't won a game since. They ain't won a Premier League game since. Fools. Man of fools.
You know what? I'm not even mad. I accept your apologies because you need to apologize. Just just come over here, sit with us. Like just say Ollie out. I want to hear it. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I want to hear. Yes, this manager's not good enough. And it's clear to see.
Let me know that this manager is nowhere near. Yeah, I thought. You know what? Yeah, 2 seasons ago there was a. 2 seasons ago, 1 season ago, there was a Pep and Klopp debate going on in it. They were like, which one's the better manager? I was like, Klopp, because Klopp doesn't get all of these people in this team. Yeah. So now I'm looking at Ollie and I'm like, Ollie, you have a super team right here next to you. Why aren't you doing what Klopp's doing? No, Pep's doing right now. I want to know this. Why aren't you even winning a Carabao or FA Cup? I want to know that.
Talk about it. Talk about it. Talk about it.
Oh. The manager, is so important. Like I low-key downplayed the manager. I thought coming into this season, like Ollie ain't good enough, but I've got a super team. Come on, we can do something. We can grab a little something. I don't even see us winning the FA Cup. I don't even see us making.
We don't win. I said best case scenario. Certainly, what we win is a domestic trophy, and that was even me living off hope of the players. But Ollie Tax killed that. We ain't winning nothing. I said that at the start of the season. We ain't winning nothing. Ain't got
the tax is so strong. It is so
hefty.
Strong, bro.
And people don't realize how hefty it is. Nippin says, "Are you beating Tottenham?" Personally, no, I don't think we're beating Tottenham. What are you saying?
I think I'm drawing. I think we're drawing.
Yeah,
I don't see us winning this game.
I don't see us winning. Yeah, I reckon it's got draw written all over it because they're unhappy with their manager at the moment, Spurs fans. So I can see it being a draw. I can definitely, without question, see it being a draw.
Unless Rashford or whoever's playing like in the front, like have an absolute mad game, and they're just ripping up their player each and every time. Yeah. That's the only way I see us winning that game. Not because of Ollie. Ollie has no involvement in this.
And worldwide Red Show says literally nothing Ollie can do could prove folks wrong. We've seen that. We've seen what we've seen for time now. Yeah. Again, if you're shocked by that result against Liverpool, I don't know what you've been watching. I ain't the smartest guy. I'm not the most knowledgeable about football. I could see this result coming a mile off. I said 3-1 loss, but I said if it was more, it wouldn't surprise me. When they're going no goals up, I'm just like, yeah, this is to be expected. This is to be expected. Watch how you guys resurrect Tottenham season. Now we do the resurrecting. Our season can't be saved. We resurrect like we did to Leicester. That's what we did. We resurrected Leicester season. Then they went and beat Brentford 2-1 as well. That's what we did. Flawless. I think Ed has these men waiting to try and make a run at Poch in the summer. It depends how Poch got on there though. If Poch wins the Champions League at PSG, he's not going anywhere. Why would you leave that squad? You're not going to leave that squad. The only way he leaves is if they get rid of him, like if he fails. I don't think he leaves. So I think that's a long shot. Like I said, any manager, whether it's Poch, Conte, Zidane, I'll take any of those three. Ten Hag, anyone we've been linked with any of them, I would take because you spoke on it, Corey, how good the squad is. Hey, big up to everyone that's locked in. Please make sure you hit the like button on the video, share across all the socials, and subscribe to the channel, Sarcasm City TV. I had some technical issues at the start, but we are here. Continue to get your questions in, people, but please keep them Manchester United related. Please make sure you do that.
I've got a question for you. Go on. What do you think about if you see when Moyes came in, that squad that Moyes had, if Ollie had that same squad, where do you think we're going?
Yeah, it could have got. It'll get peak. I think about it. Everyone was aging. It could have been peak. Yes, sacked. Yeah. He could have got. Yeah. It could have been peak.
I'm thinking 12th. Like I'm thinking we're finishing 12th because to finish 7th, yeah, it's poor. But Moyes is a way better manager than Oli.
Oh yeah, Moyes is miles better. You can see what he's doing with West Ham. That's just his level, though. The thing is with Moyes is that's his level.
Yeah,
Ollie's level ain't even Championship because we've seen what he did with Cardiff. Man left Cardiff 8th, 17th, 18th. They was on that. They could have went down to League One. We got a manager in charge who wasn't good enough to compete in the Championship. Championship, people, after getting them relegated. So you've gone down with the same players, but for the most part, I know that came up. You got a Premier League side and can't compete in the Championship, but yeah, he's supposed to go against Klopp, Tuchel, and Pep. Jamie Carragher said it best. He's not good enough to compete against those managers. And when he told Gary Neville, so Manchester United should stop trying to get the best in class. We shouldn't get the best. We should stop trying to get the best manager in the world because it didn't work with Mourinho and Van Gaal. That's stupid logic. You should always try and go get the best.
Bro,
if it doesn't work out, you go get the next one.
Gary Neville, like his comments recently have been so childish. Like some of his replies are so childish. I saw one and he said, here comes the social media people. They're gonna start typing up about Oli and all this stuff. And he was like, oh, everyone jump on the train. It was such a childish reply. Yeah. In the comments, let me know what he said. I'm thinking,
drop the tweet in the comments, people. Please put the Gary Neville quotes in the comments. Yeah, go on.
I'm thinking, bro, like that's so childish.
Yes,
that is honestly so childish.
So childish, and you got nothing else to say. You know when you're arguing with someone and all they can do is mimic you because you've got nothing else, or they go silent, or they deflect and go elsewhere. It's because you have nothing better to say. The reason why you're getting rattled by social media, because you know the people on social media are right. You might not like the way they're saying it to you because they might be saying it in your eyes and from Gary Neville's perspective, a disrespectful manner. However, what they're saying is correct. Why are you getting rattled? If Ollie's that good, then that shuts everybody up. How Ollie could shut everybody up at Manchester United is by winning a Premier League or Champions League, by having a style of play, by playing attacking football. Everybody shuts up then. Go on.
Are you not being a better friend if you let Ollie know that, bro, like this is just not for you? Like,
yes.
Bro, like as much as you know, like the music thing. Your boy's doing the music, he's crap. But you're gonna retweet it for a bit because he's your boy. But then it gets to a point where you're like, bro, like all these guys are gunning you. Like there's gonna be a sit down. You need to let him know, like, bro,
this ain't it, man.
This is it,
man. That's what you have to do, man. Like, just say it, and it's okay. And it's okay. Like that's what it is. But that's why Rio Ferdinand's responding. This is why I never on my timelines outside of this was I screaming Ollie out, because I said I know I'm going to be proved right. And now I'm talking more because people are at me and going flawless plus others are owed apologies because these men got so much abuse and this and that, and they're spot on. I'm like, everyone's quiet now. But I've had people from rival clubs tweet me that who I'm cool with, who be in the comments and be like, yo, you was calling this 2 years ago. You was calling this all last year. And people didn't want to know. And I've had many back and forths on this very show with people in the comments who were Ollie in. Now, none of them gonna pop up. Not one has popped up. Not a single one. My act is hella quiet in that. Act is hella tumbleweed in the act when it comes to that. Tumbleweed. And that's my whole point. So that's why I'm talking more now. Because I'm like, it took for you lot to see this. You lot thought we were going to get Varane, Sancho, and Ronaldo and it was just going to click. It don't work like that. A team still needs to be worked on.
I thought that. Did you think these guys are coming? I'll be real. I thought these guys are coming in. We're going to do something. But, bro, like, he's zapped every confidence for this team out of me. Like, I don't even think we're beating. Bro, I said, I was in a party chat with my boys. And I've said, I think we're going up against a bottom-sided team. And I was like, watch this team beat us. Watch this team only beat us. Because it's going to happen. Sheffield United happened last season. And we all forgot it. Yeah, Sheffield United happened last season. This is happening. It's happening this season. Yep. If we keep Ollie and we've earned, we ain't beating Watford.
No, with Ollie. We'll lose with Ollie. We'll lose with Ollie.
We ain't beating them. No.
Hopefully, it's the new manager's first game. However, we'll lose with him.
Yeah,
we'll lose 100%.
I don't think we'll win.
No, because I thought a draw, but then after this result, I think that's altered my thought process on it and thought pattern on that game. Because I watched Watford against Everton, they were very good. They're gonna be banged up for it because people can get us. People don't fear us anymore. People know they can get out and can be beaten. So Watford are going to be bang up for that. They just beat. They just slapped Everton, who we struggled against.
Yeah.
Like they just beat Everton on their own patch. 5-2 at Goodison. Like that's very impressive. Large up to MN in the building who says, big up everyone, big up to you every single time. Worldwide Red says, like the scripture says in Proverbs, wounds from friends can be trusted, but enemies multiply kisses. Bro, if you're a real friend, you tell your homies when it ain't it. That's it, man. You just got to tell your brethren when it ain't it. Big up Hamil 701 says, big up Flawless all the time. Big up to you. Montel Bowen's in the building. He says, large up Corey. Yeah. He says, look down when you see me through calls. Big up someone. The Joker. Flawless, what do you think of Ferguson backing Ollie to stay? I'm gonna let it slide because it's Fergie, but it's not a surprise because that's his guy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He's never gonna publicly. I don't expect Fergie to publicly come out and go, "Yeah, he's terrible. He's this and that." Privately, I think Fergie's telling him no. I think privately, Fergie's talking to him.
Would you say your boy in front of a crowd?
No. Yeah, it's kind of like that.
You would tell him privately that it's just not that.
Like it's not that.
What is that?
Yeah. V Gold says, Flawless, do you think if we draw to Tottenham, he could get the sack? Because I think it could be based on what Fabrizio said. The next 3 games are key and the board needs to see some wins and a performance. Depends on how we draw, but no, I don't. Unless we get battered by Spurs, 3-4-5-0, I don't see them sacking him. And I don't think it's a good job this ain't a Spurs in form. However, Ollie Tax could kick in and it could beat us 3-0. If Kane and Son turn up with our defense, it's a wrap. Kane and Son turn up, show's over. And they are, and the belly you throw in that mix as well, they're more than capable, specifically the first 2 that I named. Kane obviously scored the goal at Newcastle. I heard he was poor against West Ham. Son's always going to be a threat, and Dembele. So it depends how does Nuno approach it. Does he go, let's just go for these men? Because I think they're done. Obviously, we got no Pogba now. So what does he go? That's limited, one of his options. Who does he play? Does he go McFred in the midfield?
Oh, he's got so many good players. This is what I'm saying. It's hard for him not to be sacked. Deep that, it's actually hard for him not to be sacked with this team. We've got such a good team. Pogba's out, but you can put on Sancho, Cavani, and Donny. Come on, man.
Facts.
Think about it.
Facts. You got so many options. Facts. And my bad if I butchered your name. My apologies, man. I do that. You know what I'm saying? Occasionally. No disrespect, man. My apologies. You know what I'm saying? If I got your name wrong, my guy. Apologies. I even know how to pronounce that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to just call you H, my guy. So big up, man. Gary Neville doing PR for Ollie. Yeah, man, he definitely is. 100%. Guihan says Fergie's telling him. Theo Santana says Conte dreams of Manchester United job and is convinced with United
that's
he will be able to have a chance to win immediately. Because he sees it and goes, I can do something with these players this season and the 2 seasons afterwards. And I can add to it. Because the thing is, you're going to get money. You can add a DM.
Yeah.
You can add a couple of DMs if he wants to go. People have spoken about, all right, is he going to go 3-4-3 or 3-5-2? The great thing about those 2 options is you have so many, those 2 formations is you have so many options in the 2, or if you want to play 3 up front. Like we've named all the attackers, even in the pivot. And that covers up for the DM role. In wing backs, you've got Dalot and you've got Tellers who are more than capable of playing wing back. You might dip into the January transfer window and get another wing back. Who knows? The thing is there, you have options. You have so many options. And all our centre backs, even the ones I don't rate, play better in the back 3. Yeah. They all play better in the back 3. When the surfer says, "Are you gonna cockroach survivors because Ed Deadwood and doesn't want to admit his failure, egos at work again instead of what's best for the club?" I hear you. Here we go. Malu says, "What formation and starting do you think Conte would deploy?" Even though he played 3-5-2 at Inter, I reckon he go 3-4-3. That's just me though, because of the options we have. I think he goes 3-4-3. What are you saying? What do you reckon, Corey?
I'm thinking 3-4-3 as well, because I feel like Sancho is gonna. I'm not saying he's the same as Hazard, but he's gonna have the Hazard role. Whereas, like with Sancho, because he's so good on his final third and dribbling with that ball, and we haven't seen that with him at obviously Man United. Then we saw that at Dortmund. So I think he's going to want to get Sancho into that role. And then Rashford can play on the left or right or whatever. I think Rashford and obviously Ronaldo up top.
Yeah, I could see him playing that as a front 3. Sancho makes sense because Sancho, he could use like he used Hazard. Then you have Rashford or you have Greenwood. You got Ronaldo up top. The 2 in the pivot. Was Matic there when he was there? Or was Matic there?
They played Matic and Kante.
So he might go Matic and Fred. Or he might go Matic and Pogba in there, wing backs, Dalot and Tellez, and then I think the three centre backs. I think he plays Bailly. Varane obviously gets in, and probably Luke Shaw. He's got, but again, he's got options because I prefer. Even though I'm not a fan of, that's a team. Look at the team we just named: De Gea and goal, back three of Shaw, Varane, Bailly, wing backs, Dalot and Tellez, midfield pivot. You could go Pogba and Donny if you wanted to be honest. Pogba, Donny, Pogba, Matic, and then your front three is Rashford, Sancho, Ronaldo. Look at the players missing from that.
You got Bruno on the bench.
Bruno on the bench, Greenwood on the bench, Martial on the bench, Donny on the bench, Wan-Bissaka's on the bench, Maguire and Lindelof are both on the bench, Fred's on the bench. Like you have options, specifically in attacking areas. Lingard, we forgetting about Lingard.
Lingard as well.
Diallo. Look at the players exactly. Like there's so many options he could go with. And that's if he decides to go. He might come in and say, let me play 4-3-3. It's highly unlikely, but he is. But 3-5-2 or 3-4-3. What I'm saying is, people, he has options. Zidane the same. Because I seen a thread on Twitter about how he switched up formations. So he could play a 4-3-3. You could go with a diamond. Like, you have options that it can just all be. It depends on how you want to implement it as a manager. That's what I'd say. Yeah, Gian says, hey, we can blow away teams with the right manager. Like 100%. Lajab Abdallah says, big up my guys, Flawless and Duns in the chat. Big up to you. Please, people. There's over 50 of you lot in there. Make sure you like the video, share across all the socials, subscribe to the channel. Of course, subscribe to Big Six Bands. You can see it there in Corey's name. He's a part of the Big Six Bands gang. Obviously, those that I've seen months over here know exactly all about Big Six Bands. So go subscribe to the channel, people. Make sure you do that. MN says, yeah, Inter didn't really have a quality inside forward, so we used the Lukaku-Martinez partnership. That's my point. He has options. If he wanted to go two and he wanted to go Cavani and Ronaldo, he could. And just have Tellez and Dalot cross it into those two. If he really wanted to.
It's true. Oh, you know what, yeah? Now I'm thinking about it. Dalot right back, Tellez left back. Like, that's a very... Those are our replacement wing backs. At this moment in time, we can play them like even if I don't know Bailly, because Bailly will probably get injured if we give him a run of games. We can like Luke Shaw can play like left centre back. Like, I think he can do a job there. Well, and then you've got Twanzebe on loan, which is he ain't doing madness at Aston Villa, but he can do a job. We've got a lot of people, a lot of young talent as well. We've got that Mengi guy that's on loan as well. We got such a good team. Such a good team. And it's killing me. This is killing me to see this team that can literally win a title this season, throw it away like that.
Yeah. And Funny Vid says I'd be pissed off if Oli scrapes a 1-0 versus Spurs and stays. I don't think he's winning. I think, like I said, he's done, man. The players are done with him, and he's done. Stick a fork in him, take him off the grill, he's done. I'm telling you, man. Show is over. I know this thing about pressing and all these. I agree with you, but United were never a high pressing team. And though like Liverpool even before Ronnie, so I don't know why this sudden notion that United don't press. You know where that sudden notion comes from? Is because people are trying to defend Oli now. So they're like, all right, how do we shift the blame from Oli and put it on Ronaldo? We weren't a pressing team before Ronaldo came in like that. So why all of a sudden Ronaldo comes in and him pressing is the issue, which you're not going to get from Ronaldo anyway.
For real, all you saw was Cavani just literally like desperation. It was literally desperation from Cavani to try score. That was it.
Legit. It
like,
legit was.
Oli didn't tell him to press. How about that? I don't think Oli.
That's just Cavani's game because we don't press as a team. There's no unit
because he just wanted to win the ball. That was it. He wanted it more. He wanted it more than them. And that's all.
Spot on, 100%. Z Gold says, I'm not even bothered anymore. I'm just drained and fed up. Ain't watching no more games. Just gonna check the result, hoping for a loss. Sad to say, but that's the reality. I fully understand that. If I didn't do this, I wouldn't watch Manchester United either. Yeah. I'm past being, I'm not drained or fed up. I'm just numb now. I said I was on a vibes thing until he goes. He's on his way out. That is the best thing about this. He's on his way out. That's why I like the fact that the result going bad is showing him up. Now there's nowhere to hide. Because one thing the Ronaldo, Varane, and Sancho signings did was there's no blaming the lack of quality in the team now. It's been added to a quality side already, and you've added 3 quality players to that. And I knew he was going to fail because it's a manager thing. United's not a personnel problem for him. It might be for another manager. For him, it's not a personnel thing because there's enough talent there. Nobody flourishes in our team. Nobody thrives over here. Everybody dies. All of the talented players. No one who's had a good season this season for us. Maybe Greenwood.
Yeah,
maybe
Greenwood. That's it.
Maybe Greenwood. That's it. Who else can you look at and go? If we're the team of the season right now, who's getting in from you? Who's a shout for United?
De Gea.
That's it. The goalkeeper.
That's it.
De Gea.
That is it.
That is the only one. If we did a Premier League 11 on form right now from this season, De Gea. Last season's the same. Who gets in?
Bruno.
Maybe Bruno.
Yeah, Bruno.
Maybe one out of all the talented players we have. Season before that was the same. One or two was clutching at. We're clutching at straws. Whereas if you talk City or Liverpool, you're talking 5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
Chelsea, you're talking 5, 6, 7. Like in terms of nominations.
Do you think anyone's asked him, like, you have this team, you have this top team, why are you not like performing? Like, why is there no good team performances? Like, what do you think he says to that? I think he's in denial and says we actually do have a good team performance.
Yes,
that is what it is. He's actually like this is a sick part of him. Like, I feel sorry for him. He started to like lie to himself and make it in his head that he's like doing these good performances when they're absolutely crap.
Yeah.
And he's sleeping and waking up. Is this normal for him? This is weird. He's
lying to himself. He 100% lied to himself because he did that against we played well against Atalanta in the first.
He became good at it. Like, he's a master at this one now.
Ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. And Abdallah to saying now the best keeper in the Premier form right now is Mendy. We weren't saying De Gea is. We're saying who would get a nomination. Who's an honourable mention. And for us, De Gea is the only one we could actually have a nomination for. We could put forward a solid argument. No one else we couldn't. But I agree with you, Corey. He does. Yeah, he lies to himself. Again, the Atalanta game, we play well in the first half. Fred and McTominay, they're good in midfield. They give us great defensive cover. So how come we can see loads of goals then if they give us this great defensive cover? Exactly. And it's in front of your two centre-backs as well. Because you signed Varane and Maguire. And we've gone backwards. You know what I'm saying? We've gone backwards. Ridiculous. It's ridiculous. You lot get your final few questions in before me and Corey close out the show. But definitely going to get Corey back on as well because of the issues I had at the start. So definitely going to get you back on 100%. 100% going to get you back on. Let's get through the final things. And man says, but the pundits not slander him, also feeding into him, thinking he's doing a good job. That is true. That is true to an extent.
United. That's Manchester United. That's how it's always been, though. We barely get slandered because, like, we've just been that club that just don't really get slandered. Like, Arsenal, they used to get riddled, win or lose. They used to get riddled. Liverpool, not so much, like, not as much as Arsenal, and then you've got Chelsea. Chelsea's been obviously good for a long time now, and they're progressing. And City, they're just City. You know, we always used to fly under the radar with these bad performances. It used to be like gone on the day, then it would probably die out. Come the end of the night. That's it. We always used to really get away with this stuff.
Yeah,
but like now the pundits are changing. Now you've got Carragher and what's his name, Graham, just calling it out, saying it is what it is. And
laugh that man. You got
sickheads like Neville that are like denying it, and then you got Keane. You got Keane that just says it black and white. Why wasn't Keane in that game? Why wasn't Keane in Manchester United?
Yeah, Keane should have been there. Keane needed to be there. He needed to be there. He did.
He would have ripped into everybody.
Yes. He needed to be there, 100%. He did. Needed to be there.
What do you think he would have said?
Oh, he would have told Gary, like, yeah, you talking nonsense. You would have told him. He said, do me a favor. Come on now. He would have been like, do me a favor. Come on, that's awful. Yeah. And I think even though he's defended Ollie, I think he would have done a Scholes and turned. The same way Scholes turned on Rio, he would have turned at that point. 5-0 at home to Liverpool. He wouldn't have had that. Keane would not have had that. He would have been like, you taking liberties. Nah. He'd have been like, you taking liberties. Not a chance. Hey, that's ridiculous. He'd have been like, you taking liberties with this. Not a chance. H22 says, do you guys think Ollie makes any big changes against Tottenham or goes same old? I think he sticks with the same.
I think he sticks with Fred and McTominay.
Yeah, he goes Fred McTominay, he plays Bruno, he plays Ronaldo. It's just about, and he plays Rashford. It's all about Sancho or Greenwood. That's probably the only one. He'll go with the same four. Lindelof, Maguire, Wan-Bissaka, and Shaw. If Varane's fit, Varane will play. Well, it's the same. It's a question to me of Sancho or Greenwood. but the rest of the team picks itself.
Why do I know? Why do we know our coach's tactics? Why do we know it
already? Because we know how bad it is. And I wouldn't mind if we knew it and it was effective.
Yeah.
Everyone knows, you get me? Like, I wouldn't mind that. Like, people know how Liverpool are going to play, but it's hard to stop.
Yeah.
You can name their 11 for the most part, minus their midfield. Like, when Fabinho's, when everyone's fit, maybe minus 1 or 2, but it's very tough to stop. I hear you. Trust me.
Oh, mate.
Yeah. We'll get the last few questions in. Marshall says, Flawless, after we smoked you at OT, do you reckon we will win the league? No. I still think it's between Chelsea and City.
Yeah.
I think we're a poor side. Like, Liverpool did what they were supposed to do.
I do apologize, though. I do apologize. Liverpool, like, I didn't think they were gonna be this good in it. So hands up to Liverpool. You, man, I had you guys as fourth. I'm wrong. I'm wrong. All right, sorry, lads, I'm wrong. You guys, man, because Salah's just ridiculous human being.
MB says, Flawless, where the Wash chatters now, fam. Laughing my ass off, they owe you apologies. They ain't gonna show up. Man are quiet. Man ain't in the comments no more. Man ain't in the comments of ManDem United. Man ain't in the comments of Q&As on here. Man ain't in the comments of United watch-alongs anymore. Nowhere to be found. Last time we seen him is when we beat West Ham. Ironically, the last time we won a Premier League game. We lose 5-0. I don't see you, man. Let us beat Liverpool 5-0. You might not be here. Man, I'm quiet. I should have took screenshots of all that. But you know what? It's because they know who they are. They probably watching right now. Mad as shit. Mad as shit. I'm saying that I was right. Mad as shit. Well, tough, innit? He's on your manager. He was the guy who shook me. I said it all the time. All he can shut me up. Win. Win, sir, and I'm quiet. I have no legs to stand on. But when it goes the way I've been calling it, what do you expect?
Yeah. It's not like we don't want, for me personally, it's not like I don't want Ole as the manager. Like, I want him to do well. I want him to have a style of play. I want him to have this stuff. But I just know now that he doesn't, and it never will happen. And that's the problem I've got there. And the reason why I'm upset is because you don't have it as well. So what are you doing here?
Yep.
That's it. Like, I want you to do well. I want you to be able to have the pet play, the clock play, the neutral play. I want you to do well with this team, but you're not, and you never will.
Never
just
will.
Leave now. It's as simple as that.
And Marshall says, y'all be sleeping on us, bro. No, I'm not sleeping on you. I just look at your squad and don't think it's good enough to compete against Chelsea or City. Your manager's there. Sure. Yes. Klopp's
you guys get injuries as well all the time.
Klopp's good enough. Of course, Klopp's good enough. Your first 11 is good enough. I look at your bench and I'm like, that don't compete against Chelsea and City. If it was Chelsea or City, if it was just one of them, right up there. You're not competing against two teams with managers of that level, squads, first 11s of that level, and squads of that level. No. If Klopp does that, that's one of the greatest achievements in Premier League history. If he beats those two sides to Premier League titles. I don't see it happening. The games you've dropped points already show this. 10 men at home to Chelsea. You're supposed to win that. 10 men at home to Chelsea. You're supposed to win that game 45 minutes. Chelsea were comfortable. 3-3 away at Brentford. Brentford were comfortable. They gave you a game. Chelsea went there and won. And that's a difference maker. At home to City, where they bopped you off the park in the first half. Bopped you off the park. And had Milner been sent off like he should, different game. Like that, even though City were away, they were more disappointed in that point than you were. They were the more disappointed leaving that. A draw at Anfield for anybody is a good result normally. They're more disappointed than you were. That's why I don't think you'll win it, because your bench is weak. If you had a strong bench, I think you're right up there. But you can't change it. That's the problem. There's no game changers. Who can you bring on? Like, that's what if someone goes to the empty ad and goes down to 10 minutes, a wrap. Because Pep can change it up. You can bring on 2-3 attacks. Same way with Tuchel. If you're down to 10 men, he's gonna make it work. That's what it is. Whereas you lot, I just don't see it with that squad. That's all it is. Where else we at? Give it to Mike. He says, here's what needs to be understood about the Glazers. They don't see it being 8 points. They don't see us being 8 points from the top. 8 points from the top. They see us as being 3 points from fourth, and fourth is really all they care about. I agree with that. That is all they care about.
That is it. That is it.
However, come by Manchester City, that could be 9. That could be 10. Then they'll be like, you know what? He's got to go. If we draw or lose to Spurs, draw or lose to Watford, get beat by City, then lose to Arsenal, it could be more. It could be double figures. But like I said, he don't make it to December. I said he goes in between the international break, but he does not make it to December. I've said this from the jump. We play Palace December the 4th. He's definitely not in charge for that. I'm telling you right now. That's my thoughts on it. But yeah, we are going to close out the show. Any final thoughts on United before we dip, Corey?
OLE out. Any competent manager in, like anybody that's got a style of play, can play with a good team, can make us look great. Just get on my club, please. There's nothing else for me to say.
Yeah, pretty much so. And yo, plug everything else. Let them know where they can find you. All that.
Yeah.
All your socials,
find me on Insta, Craig Corey. Obviously my YouTube, Big Six Bands. Give that a follow. We're like 10 subscribers away from 500. Like,
hey, you lot, there's over 40 of you lot in here. Go subscribe to Big Six Bands right now. Go and do that. Big Six Bands.
Obviously, Big Six Bands on Twitter as well. We're there. Yeah, man. We're doing good stuff, and you're doing good stuff as well, man.
Appreciate it, man. But nah, it's been blessed having you on. Defo gonna get you back. Obviously, we had the technical issues at the start, but we're here. But go and get you back because there's gonna be a lot going on with Manchester United as well. Oh, I was just reading that from the homie. Says, flawless, I'm sorry to say, but Sir Alex needs to stay back. This is a repeat of Sir Matt Busby undermining managers and the club in the 70s and 80s. Now, home, that might have been the case. Obviously, that's before my time, so I don't know whether he was or he wasn't. I'll have to talk to my pops and see what's going on. But yeah, we'll move. But yeah, go subscribe to Big Six Bands. Go follow Big Six Bands across all socials. Go follow Corey. You can find him through my Twitter and Instagram at That's Me Flawless. You can find all the socials. They're all tagged through mine as well. And big up to everyone that's been locked in for ManDem United. We are here every Tuesday and Thursday, 5 p.m. people. However, because we are playing Spurs on Saturday, Thursday's episode of ManDem United will be a versus. So we will be doing the Tottenham versus Manchester United preview. So talking that Tottenham Talk podcast versus the ManDem United podcast. So I'll be here with the ManDem United gang. Eleanor will be there with the Talking that Tottenham Talk gang. And we'll both be discussing probably how we want our managers to go. You know what I'm saying? That's what that's going to be. That's going to be a convention. You know what I'm saying? And that. Like we all want our managers to go. That'll be later on, though. That'll be on the Thursday. It'll be 8:30 p.m. So it'll be slightly later. That will be that episode as well. MB says, "My like Corey with the rum on the Big Six Band show. You need a restock. Laughing my ass off. Road will be even more bumpy. Facts.
Oh, I got 2 bottles there waiting for another loss. It's there waiting.
You ready and waiting. But yo, big up. I hope everyone's enjoyed the show. Don't forget as well, this show and all the other shows are available on audio-only platforms. The link's underneath in the description. And we're back tonight on the Twitch for the NBA regular season game. It is the Spurs versus the Lakers. So we'll be live on the Twitch for that as well. But big up to everyone who has locked in. And this has been...
Thanks for coming, man. Thanks for having me, for real.
Nah, anytime, man. Go and get you back on Defo. Yeah. And this has been the ManDem United podcast on Sarcasm City TV. Thank you very much for tuning in.